Okay, hi guys. I'm gonna today try to make a vegan lasagna, and I actually don't think I've never made lasagna. I've always let my mom make it, but I want to try it. So I've got this tomatoes sauce, which is just strained and crushed tomatoes in this. I think no preservatives or anything either. I'm gonna use some onion, garlic, and I'm going to use one Roma tomato and another piece of Roma tomato. Saute those in the pot, add this. I've got some Yves veggie burgers, and since I bought a pack of 8 that was on sale, I'm going to take 2 of the veggie patties and crumple them up to use as a meaty part in there. And I just made my vegan tofu ricotta that I'm going to use for this as well. So I'm going to get started with sauteing my garlic, onions, and I'll put some basil in there as well, and my tomatoes, put it in the pot and get that simmering, and I'll be back. To start, I have my stove on medium heat, and I've just put probably a couple tablespoons of olive oil in there, and then I'm going to add my garlic, onion, actually some salt too, the basil, and I'll probably add a little nutritional yeast actually as well into the sauce, and I'll get this started, guys. Okay, so I put about a half of this piece of onion, so like a quarter of an onion, and that's just because my daughter doesn't like onions too much. It's on low heat, medium low, it's a little less than medium. Sauteing my garlic, onions, and I'm going to add a little bit of oregano, and I'm just going, this is about a teaspoon, okay, sprinkling in about a teaspoon in there. Smells good already. And I'm going to cut up my tomatoes and add. Okay, guys? So I'll do that and I'll be back. Okay, actually, I put just about 1 tomato in there. I'm going to see how it goes. Now I've opened up my container here, and I'm just going to add, and I know this is going to suck for you guys because I'm not measuring. I mean, I might have to put all of this in here. In fact, let me make this easy. I'm going to put it all in. Whatever I don't use, I can use in the future for something else. I can always use pasta in the future. So now that I have this here, I'm going to take some basil. Now this is freshly dried basil. I'm just going to, it's not 100% dried, I'm just going to break this up and put some leaves in there. I'm going to put all of that. So that's about 4 dried basil leaves. And I'm going to put the heat up a little bit higher as well. And I might add more. I'm going to see how the thickness is, and quite frankly, I think it's probably okay. I'm going to let this simmer for a bit. Maybe I will add a slight bit more olive oil. Let me do that. Okay, it's a bit more olive oil. Oh, and this is when I'll add my nutritional yeast. So it's about a teaspoon. Let me put one more. Let's call this 2 teaspoons, okay? Now I could add stuff like mushroom, but my daughter, she's not the hugest fan of mushrooms. Okay, so I'll be back. Alright, while I have my pot of tomato sauce simmering for about 20 minutes, I've just taken like a bunch of spinach, and I'm taking 2 of these patties. I'm going to crumble them up, saute them, and I'm going to add the spinach after I've mostly sauteed them to wilt the spinach just slightly. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I just took the 2 patties and I crumpled them up. Now you could always do that in your food processor. I just crumpled them with my fingers, and now in the pot, just separating them even more with my wooden spatula here, just to make them pieces finer and more crumbly. And basically I'm just sauteing like this. Actually, I will add some salt. That's what I forgot to tell you too. I added some salt, pepper, and a little bit of thyme, about a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme to my tomato sauce. So I just added some salt there to this. I'll probably add some garlic powder. That's maybe a teaspoon. A little pepper. like half a teaspoon, maybe not quite. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, so I wasn't sure if I should add my spinach. Guys, you know what? I'm not going to put the spinach in the pot. I'm just going to layer the spinach over the meat and tofu ricotta. Okay, so I'll be back soon. Alright, I have my oven heating at 350, and I took my tomato sauce off the stove just so it would be hot but not scorching when I put it in my pan. I'm using oven-ready lasagna so that I can just stick this in there without having to boil it. And this is Yves pasta, and it's got no eggs or anything in this. It doesn't say that it may contain eggs, so I thought this was a good choice for me. This is durum wheat semolina, niacin, folic acid, ferrous sulfate, riboflavin, thiamine, monotrate. What? I can't say that. Mononitrate. Good grief. I'm sorry, guys. It's like speaking a different language. Okay, so actually, I think the first thing I have to do is put some of this sauce on the bottom. See, it's still hot, so I'm just gonna. Oops. Mix some sauce around on the bottom. I hope it's not, the pan's not too big, but it's the only pan I've got that will work. I've got other pans that are like that size too. Alright, besides, lasagna pieces are always big. So, there we go. Perfect. That fits well there. I know what I'm going to do. It does say to space them about an inch or so apart, I think. So I'm going to just cut that off so that that fits better at the edge. And I'm going to put this one over here. And, well, you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be. I've got to put 3 here. So I'm going to try my best to fit them all in there. Okay, so there we go. I'm now going to put more of my tomato sauce mixture. I hope this turns out well, guys, because honestly, this is my first time trying to make lasagna. So what I'm going to do next is my beefless beef mixture. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on here. Okay. And next, my ricotta cheese. And you'll see the recipe for that. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I guess I'm gonna put this on and spread it out. And then I'm going to do the next layer. Okay? So guys, I'll be back. That's the ricotta cheese. I'm just gonna spread that out like that. It's got a great consistency. So I'm going to add my next layer and do the same. Don't forget to add the spinach layer. So here it is, guys. So far I have 3 layers of my noodles. So I've just added the last bit of my beefless crumble, and I am putting another layer of the tofu ricotta. Now I used 1 pack of soft tofu, 1 pack of hard, and it's turning out to be the perfect amount for this lasagna, at least for these layers and for the beef that I have. So this is great. Now just assemble your top layer, so add your remaining tofu ricotta, like I'm doing there, then your spinach, and now top with your noodles. And as you see, I cut the corner of that noodle there so it could angle in the pot well. Top it all with your tomato pasta sauce, and I've got a little extra in the bottle that I'm just putting on there. Turned out I could have probably used a little more, but this amount also in the bottle was perfect for this dish. So if I do this again, everything was perfect measurements. Because again, guys, I'm doing this for the first time. Okay, so now that I have my layers, I'm going to try this 2 ways. I'm going to put a little bit of my, this is the Follow Your Heart vegan mozzarella. I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to put it on one side. Okay, that's how I'm going to dry this. So, because I'm going to bake this covered for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to take off the lid and bake it uncovered, and hopefully this gets nice and browned. So I'm doing that on half, and then I've got my vegan Parmesan. I'm going to sprinkle the vegan Parmesan on the other side. Actually, I'll probably put it over the whole thing. Okay guys, there we go. I'll be back in 30 minutes, 350 in the oven, covered, and I'll be back. We'll see how this turns out. Alright guys, here is my vegan lasagna. Now, I actually put a little bit of mozzarella on this side for my daughter because she said, "Oh, did you put cheese on mine?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." So I had some mozzarella. I put a little bit right there for her. And this Follow Your Heart mozzarella is totally melted. You can see it there, but I decided to just put a little bit of Daya, which is not going to melt because I took it out of the oven. But I put a bit of the Daya cheese right there, so that when I'm ready to eat this, probably in 10 minutes, maybe it will melt a little and incorporate into, it will be melted on top of that side. It's something I could have added, but I just opted for the Follow Your Heart. But that's okay, guys. I'll put my lid on this and give that a chance to melt. I could always put it back in the oven for a few minutes, but I'm not going to bother. And I can't wait to taste this, so I will be back. Okay, so hi guys. Here we go. I put the lid on a little bit, melted slightly, but not enough. I'm a little bit peeved right now. I just tripped over my cat on my steps. Didn't see her. Okay, I'm just cutting this like this. I want to see how this... Oh, I'll do it like that. I'll do my best to lift up a piece of this. Oops. Okay, well, hey, not bad. And the ricotta, the tofu ricotta looks like just like ricotta, let's face it. Okay, like I said, a little stressed, nearly killed myself tripping over my cat. I'm gonna taste this and I hope it's not too hot. You know what's really interesting? I wouldn't know that wasn't ricotta. Works. You got the pieces of meat. Maybe I would have made this slightly more flavorful, a little more basil. I don't know, but it tastes good, guys. I'm really proud of myself because I've never made lasagna before. So okay, here's a piece with some of the beefless beef and the ricotta, and let me taste that. Hot, but that beefless beef tastes just like beef. That's really good. So I'm gonna lift that so you see that. There's the ricotta. I mean, it really looks good. Okay, guys, I'm gonna eat. This was a success. I've never done this before. I'm happy, and you know, next time I'll maybe add a bit more, add some of the Daya cheese on top as well, just to give some variety to this. But yay, I did it! And that means that you can do it too, because if I can do it, guys, and this is the first time completely on camera with you, you can do it as well. Alright, thanks for watching.